Hey there traders, thanks for joining me for this edition of When the Bell Rings. You know that I'm glad that you're here. Now this week I'm going to talk to you about something that's absolutely paramount to your success as a trader, and it's a mindset. So I don't want you to miss it. You ready? Here it is. When the bell rings, keep your cool. Now I'm coming at you a little bit more casual this week, and there's a reason for that. My favorite NBA team was in LA this weekend. It's the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Lakers. And it's an intense rivalry, and the Thunder was put out by the Lakers 2 seasons ago in a heartbreaking playoff series that I was there to witness. And now with the playoffs just 1 week ahead from now, it's no surprise that things are getting really intense in the Western Conference. So in Sunday's game, I saw something that really disappointed me, and it was really disgusting to watch. Maybe you saw it if you saw the highlights, but in a moment of mental weakness, Ron Artest lost his cool, and he threw an elbow, a cheap shot elbow, to the back of the head of James Harden of the Oklahoma City Thunder. He gave him a concussion. He hit him so hard. Now Ron Artest lost his cool, and he's facing some pretty big ramifications for his actions in that game. And you know, you can't just lose your cool like that and expect to avoid the consequences. But the same is true in your trading. You've got to keep your cool when the bell rings. So it might look like this. I've been a trader for a long time. I've witnessed a lot of temper tantrums in other traders. I've thrown a few myself, but some of the biggest ones that I've seen are in other traders who get so mad at a trade, they pick up their keyboard, they slam it on their desk so hard that keys go flying off in every direction. And by the way, when you're on a trading floor and you see that happen, it's called Scrabble. And as funny as that might be, here's what happens. These traders don't plan ahead mentally for the types of emotions they're going to feel in this trade. And so as a trader, they lose all control, just like Ron Artest did in that basketball game. They lose their cool and their emotions take over, and suddenly they're doing things that have completely lost control for them. And it's costing them a ton of money. And now all of a sudden they've compounded their problem because they're still in that bad trade, and yet they've got no functioning keyboard to even let them out of that position. It's stupid, and it's very costly. And you know what? It prolongs their success as a trader. It delays that, and you don't want that to happen. So as a trader, the best way to get around this is to mentally prepare for the emotions that you know that you're going to feel throughout a given trading day or a week of trading. Maybe you mentally rehearse the types of things you're going to be feeling and facing, whether they're positive or negative. And since the negative ones tend to do the most harm, let's talk about those for a moment. Maybe the market's just set to disappoint you this week. Maybe you're going to get in trades with terrible executions, and you're going to get slipped, and you're immediately going to be down in the trade because your execution was so poor. And sometimes that just happens. Sometimes you get in a position, and as soon as you're in it, it just screams higher right in your face, and it's just painful and frustrating. But you know what? If you mentally prepare yourself to respond the right way in those situations, it's going to be a whole lot easier to keep your cool. I was taught as a teenager that if I would put myself in certain situations mentally ahead of time, when I might have to be facing a big pressure or a difficult decision to make, that once I found myself in those situations, it seemed a whole lot easier to make the right choice. And it really was more of a non-decision because I had made up my mind ahead of time. The same has got to be true in your trading. You've got to decide before the bell rings that you're going to keep your cool so that you can make good choices and react to whatever situations come along your way. Thank you for joining me for this video. I'm looking forward to bringing you more soon, but until then, trade like a bandit.